you know, he can restart that situation and keep it running.
He got Lowhigh dealt with Chikarin's sideways movement really well that game too, especially that round. Tell Chikarin was really insistent, especially trying to rotate around into the background. Lowhigh made him eat so much damage for that.
We'll see if he can adjust that here. Now we have walls a bit closer. We're probably going to see some wall situations. And again, both these characters of the wall are absolute menaces, right?
Yeah,
so
especially when Clive gets it heat.
Oh,
but especially Ryan, once he gets it.
Yo, if he can get those taunts off, it's over. Catch him in the back. Big slice. Hello, Caesar.
It's about who can get the wall, who can get that advantage. Right now, Chikarin just sizing him up with jabs. 1-2-1 from Lowhigh.
Trying to lock him down there, but excellent awareness. Sidestep duck there from Lowhigh, getting a huge uppercut. Now taking his turn.
Right, man, it feels like such a small margin, but it's like Lowhigh just barely has a sense of read and timing on Lowhigh, on Chikarin right now. Press towards the wall, gets the low touch. Lowhigh with advantage here in game 2. Lowhigh with advantage here.
Looking very strong for Lowhigh.
Like a slight edge for Lowhigh right now. Just a little bit.
I think that gap is slowly widening as well as Lowhigh is kind of learning Chikarin's timings here. Oh, toggle, out to play. Oh, back swing right in his face.
And Chikarin's just kind of trying to move around and playing real, like a little bit stiff, especially just holding back a lot of these situations.
And I think Lowhigh might have picked up that Chikarin is very mindful and playing around the QC back one, right?
Yeah.
So he's using it very sparingly, but he's letting Chikarin, he's throwing it out once in a while just to let Chikarin know. It's still here, you got to worry about it. While I worry about it
rather than using it.
Exactly. Letting Chikarin's imagination run wild, but right now he looks like he's running wild on it. Lowhigh's health bar. Good awareness, and launches him up.
Woo. Sidewalk uppercut slash, and Chikarin able to find the launch on the whip punish. Trying to make something happen here. Testing with these down 4-1s, no follow-up. Ramu's
look at that back dash. You see that? Amazing call out. He's swinging for the fences there. It's going to be a whole grip of damage.
That's been the difference so far, Brown Man. Lowhigh's been able to find those big launches in this set so far. In this game specifically.
Using that heat to try and keep him there. That incinerator, it's going to hurt.
Ooh, just put the knee on him just like that.
Didn't get the follow-up, but Lowhigh can't let that get to him. This is going to be big.
That combo.
Should be able to carry the wall.
Push to it.
1+2 to close it out. Oki, what's there? Lowhigh getting a bit. And, yo, that's why he's up there. We're down here, bro. How did he see that?
How did he know?
It wasn't even like he pressed. He was like in the air already or something. What the hell? That's great. That's no. You know what? What a beast. What a beast. But now taking a lead. Set point here for Lowhigh after that amazing clutch rage art. Could be able to take this momentum all the way.
Moment, Brown Man, Lowhigh right now. The destruction. Hatchets.
All right, lays
now
it
the
all
Cannonball
down.
Street sidestep activate. Crouch trap, Chikarin fighting for any opening he can. Activate. Sidestep, he gets it.
He's got to lay it all in the line. Needs to make this count. Cannot give Lowhigh a moment of reprieve
break
here.
the balcony, take the full break here.
Got a bit of a delay on that one, dash forward unexpectedly. Lowhigh with a little bit of heat left, uses it up, runs Chikarin out. Anybody's game. Chikarin swinging from the fences, and it might cost him everything. Lowhigh needs to finish this combo. Gets a side access down, 2-3. Amazing awareness on the combo, and will take it out over Chikarin in a clean set, 2-0.
Lowhigh really just strong, consistent breakdown on Chikarin, right? A lot of it's just like sidestep, sideways mobility, but then also just reads on a lot of his like timing and just in general, you know? A lot of flame blast that you saw in there, but Lowhigh was overall able to mitigate a lot of those dangerous Clive tools. And then that interaction after the break too, where I think he was doing up 1+2 with Claude, the walk around and then that to find that hit. Sometimes with some of those attacks, it's really easy to kind of mess up your punish just because of how crazy they're moving, right? And you never know, like, sometimes the moves track awkwardly or something like that. He was able to find a hit and make it count.
It's crazy. Now you can see this is the first game here.
Yeah, they were scrapping in this one. This one, in an open stage like this, man, how many times did we see the reversal come into play?
You know what's funny? I don't think we saw it in the last game.
The first game we saw it a bit.
Yeah, it's
maybe once.
Used it a bunch.
Once a game too, I think.
Perhaps. But yeah, it was used so much more when he felt Chikrin was willing to. He was willing to use that up to try and keep Chikrin off him. But I think in the second game, Chikrin was just not able to clamor on him like he was in the first one.
Yeah.
And Lohai had just so much more control. There were these situations a couple times actually that he was able to catch him in the back, and he wanted to close it out. All he needed was a taunt jab. Sometimes that input doesn't come out as you expect, and again, was able to close it out with that rage art though.
They most commonly came after just Chikrin would observing how he would pressure him, finding big sidewalks and then whip punish conversions. That's usually how he found most of the launches. But it felt like Lohai was way more consistent at just finding them just in normal mid-range play. He was able to just capitalize off of a lot of those launches and counter hits overall, more so than Chikrin. So that brings up winners quarterfinal matches. Take a look. You got the John and Mangjo, another rematch going up against Farzin Lohai right after that. Pakistan, Korea. This is what we were talking about, though, right? We get so distracted with Arslan on the team, you forget about the other guy.
Got the whole squad pulling up,
yeah.
and they are scrapping. They are scrapping. It's been an interesting journey as well. You had the momentous occasion that was Pakistan versus Korea, right? So a lot of people thought, all right, look, well, Korea lost that one pretty convincingly at the time, but so far throughout the year, we have been seeing Korea absolutely bring it back. They're dominating in, I think overall, it's setting up for a situation where people are going to be like, look, all right, that was pretty one-sided, maybe didn't warrant a rematch the first time. But now it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, I think we need to see the run back.
You know what else I think we need to see, Ron, man? We need to go. Y'all need to stop playing with us, man. Go ahead and let us see these M.Rage Astral Systems Tekken 8 collaboration jackets. We've been wearing them all week. They're supposed to have some design arena. They got all kind of stuff coming out. Y'all got to stay tuned. Make sure y'all give love on Twitter to M.Rage Astral Systems. Stay tuned to peep what that Tekken 8 collaboration is going to look like. But without further ado, we're going to get into our next matches. But first, we got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Tekken World Tour Finals action here.
From your beginner days to where you are now, I've seen you win. I've seen you lose. And I've always been here, right in front, lighting it all up. We were together when you first discovered gaming. That feeling, the discoveries, the friendships. You never shied away from me. You cried. You've tilted. Your bursts of joy. You've discovered fame. You felt everything, fully. I've seen you become you. We've always been together in your gaming journey.
ビーチサイドのステージです。
ゲート一番好きなのはパックマンステージが好きで、自分の使うキャラクターがクライブで床を壊してコンボいけまくるんで好きですね。
Favorite stage in Tekken 8? I think it's like the Paris one.
मेरी फेवरेट स्टेज तो है अरीना, टेकन अरीना।
मुझे लगता है कि पेरिस ही सबसे अच्छी स्टेज है, बाकी तो जो स्टेजेस हैं वो ऑलमोस्ट टूटती जाती हैं।
My favorite stage in Tekken 8 is the final stage of the story mode, is Fallen Destiny, because it's very cool. There's storms, there's atmosphere. I think the graphics is more good in this stage in my opinion. So it's my favorite stage.
Avec le perso que je joue actuellement, j'aime beaucoup Arena Underground avec les murs explosifs, à faire beaucoup de dégâts.
In Tekken 8, it's the Madagascar stage, Madagascar Baobab stage.
My stage is City Square.
I think I'm fine with all of the stages.
저는 제가 플레이하는 캐릭터가 리로이다 보니까 리로이 동상이 박혀 있는 그 도시 맵이 제일 좋습니다.
In Tekken 8 Arena, where I can break at war.
My favorite stage in Tekken 8 is Elegant Place, Richalon stage. Yeah.
Fallen Destiny.
In Tekken 8, my favorite stage would be Yakushima, which is kind of not aligned with my characters, but I like Wallace stages and I like its design.
It would definitely have to be Midnight Siege because it just gives off Tekken 3 Nina vibes, especially with the bass guitar in the background, the bass riffs. It's just chef's kiss. It's so perfect.
Elegant Palace, of course.
I would say probably Yakushima. As an early player, we usually tend to like big stages. At least I used to like Infinite Stage in the previous one, so that's they're more similar in this one.
El de Pac-Man.
Yakushima.
My favorite stage in Tekken 8 probably is Clive's stage. I cannot remember the name of it, but the graphics are cool, soundtrack is even better, and yeah, I think I'll lock in with that.
Welcome back to the Tekken World Tour 2025 finals brackets. And it is time to continue in round 2. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome onto the stage, for the first time this finals, hailing from Pakistan, representing Twisted Minds. He finished second on the global leaderboard with 2,770 points. He is a 7-time That's right, 7-time EVO champion, including the reigning and defending EVO Vegas and EVO France 2025 champion. He is a former Tekken World Tour champion, Arslan Ash. And now welcoming back onto the stage after his first round victory against Hexmark, hailing from Pakistan, representing Team Falcons, making his TWT Finals debut. Let's welcome back Usama Abbasi. Okay, gentlemen, it's time to determine who's going to pick sides. If you can rock, paper, scissors in your own time. Arslan will be player one. Let's head back over to the commentary desk and get this one underway. Over to you, Martin Obama and Brown Man.
Welcome back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. We're here once again at the Tekken World Tour Finals for 2025. It has been heating up with the matches we've witnessed so far today, this morning. Man, I am the ever-hydrated Brown Man, joined once again by the majestic Martin Obama. How have you felt about the last 4 matches we saw?
I mean, I'll extend it to the last 8 matches, man. I think it's interesting, especially when I watch some players. You know, we've been seeing this with fighting games lately. You know, players are starting to get older. They're getting married. They're having families and stuff on this stuff.
Dad buff, though.
And they get that dad buff. They get that family man buff. Looking at Arslan Ash here, man, the Emperor of Tekken, right? He's won just about everything you can win in this game.
Look at his first place, bro. Look at all those points just from 3 events. Just those performances. EVO France, EVO in Vegas, and of course, BAM, you know, shout out to Melbourne. First place there as well.
Previous TWT Finals result, of course, went out 5th and 6th place last year at this event for Tekken World Tour in Tekken 8. But his opponent, you got to talk about this guy, man. Guard breaker, of course, the performance that this guy had in Pakistan, in his region. 540 points earned in a place where they run a lot of dojo events, and the competition is very fierce.
Like, those points, you know, he got 100 points. He got 100.
Those are hard-earned.
Like, yeah, the level of skill required to get those points, you know, is beyond some majors that I've seen. Just, that's like, the level of skill from the average player in Pakistan, people need to understand, is so high. Some of the world's best, you know. They always look at Korea and Pakistan and everything. The average player level, I think, is what sets a nation up for how strong they are perceived to be.
And Brown Man, the cool thing to me too is when I look at the way Usama just stepped on the stage and even made this approach, right? You see just his face lit up, he's all smiles. It means the world to be able to play against Arslan on this stage like this. Because, you know, even though they play together, even though they have that relationship, right? They try to make it as much of like a team game as possible. It is singles, right? There's no teams on this thing. But if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And this is the Emperor. If you want to join that echelon, that global elite level, it's going to have to go through the Emperor of Tekken. You're going to have to go through Arslan Ash right here with this trademark Nina.
All right, here we go. Now, I don't recall the last time these guys played in tournament. I might be misremembering something, but this might be some new gameplay for us to see in a stage like this.
And so away from his trademark Eddie, going with the Oscar pick here, gonna instantly snip out Arslan Ash's timing, finds a counter hit launcher, gonna activate at the wall. Usama Abbasi, cooking.
Oh, big swing, commanding first round.
Yeah, this time the Tenjin smash. Sumiyoshi in the 4-2 follow-up. Usama doing what he does best, momentum rolls.
That's funny, we talk about, you know, him straying away from the Eddie, but it's actually him just going back to Drew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Oscar and Jun, you know, he was rocking people with that before the recent Eddie, you know, biggest showing at Takedown this year. You know, that changed his life. You know, he's a sponsored player and he's up on this stage. Nice big counter hit there while standing 1+2. Just taking him back to that same corner. He's like, yo, you're paying rent over here. Paying that in blood. This is looking like an Usama Abbasi round. Hitting that heat smash on block and using those plus frames to catch Arslan with the low.
Low touch off the wall. Right now, it's all Usama so far, but now Floor Blast is going to come into play potentially, especially with Nina on the other side.
If he can keep this brutal momentum here applied on Arslan Ash, it just might be his game with a no-round Brown.
The back sway just to get out of dodge these homing attacks.
Gets a launch from it.
Usama's done such a good job of just leveraging 4-4, 1+2, and again, the Tenjin smash, mixing it up with Aizen. Aizen so far hasn't come into play. He's just, if Arslan wants to keep it in mid-range like that, fine.
All right, Arslan trying to hit that 1-2 from the distance.
Keep it mid.
Activating heat, trying to fight back.
Fish with uppercut.
Can't give Arslan any room. He uses that heat dash, trying to close this round out. Excellent block there. He's starting to wake up.
Low swipe, and again, huge whiff there. Arslan Ash able to get the whip punish in the round.
That's that pattern at Arslan Ash style. They're constantly moving, hard to hit, and they will just come in, cut you, and leave. Big combo here for Arslan.
Yeah, finds the uppercut in mid-range. Gonna take the opportunity to get the spike. But hold on. Usama starting to mix a little bit. Got the gusto with him. Finally, the Aizen.
Oh, he's playing with his chest out.
Yeah, trying to steal the step a little bit on Arslan. His movement's so crisp. Sidestep guard so, man, he's so fast.
He gets the destabilizer, hits him with that low. Usama Abasi hits him with the down two. Heat smash.
And the low Usama Abasi. Game 1 advantage.
All right, okay. Hey, when your heroes become your rivals, man, you got to step up.
Never meet your heroes, you got to beat them.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
It's going to be a crazy flight home, man, that's what I'm saying. All right, so this is, like you can see, you know, Usama's just trying to breathe. And he's just so good at rushing you down. We saw Usama finding success in that, but if anyone is able to turn that and flip it on its head, it is us.
What do you think Usama is thinking going into this game?
I want to win. No, but he's thinking about, he knows Arslan's going to be able to counter what he did in the first game. He can't do it again. He can only get it in 1 or 2 times. And let's see if he can bring his countermeasures ready ahead of Arslan. He's got to stay one step ahead.
Yeah.
If he falls behind at any point, it's going to cost him.
I was thinking he has to probably go to destabilizer a little bit more. He's already going to it, just to keep Arslan off balance a little bit. Present some other options other than just like the mids at close range like that, right? And should Arslan try to back up, has to be ready to pursue potentially Aizen or some of those other options that Asuka has.
Going under the offense here. And again, that looked like a back and forth round, but Usama out of nowhere just yoinking it back.
And with how rewarding the damage chunks that this character can just remove from your health bar.
He just melts health, man.
And the natural snowball too, especially once Gusto comes into play. But here we go, Arslan Ash finds that launch, finds that wall.
Gets the realign. Cameraman working overtime. All right.
Sidestep 2 though to Splat.
So much health recovered.
In Rage too, look at how much health he has with Rage. And again, the duck call out this time. Usama gonna take note though.
Should be able to close this one out. Uses their heat dash. Breaks the wall. One more hit.
Break.
Backhand.
Shut up.
All right. Getting each point on the board. This could go either way. But Usama still, he's proving to be a threat still. It's not like Arslan is able to run through him here, but he's slowly throwing out those pokes on the approach.
Just want to destabilize, just representing it just a little bit, even though it cost him last round rather. Arslan Ash though is moving way more active this game so far. With the foreground, background, giving Usama Abasi a lot of different looks in mid-range. Mid-strikes, gunshot.
That's the highest heater.
God.
Gets him out of trouble. That could be the swing he needs. Taking it to the wall, gets a big splat. Now, you know Arslan's going to try and lock him down. He steps on him, and again, tries to follow him with that walk. Keeps him in position, flips him over.
Throw and post smash. What's the check here? Goes for the slide option. Arslan Ash fighting back, trying to tie it up here.
He's catching on.
Trying to find a counter hit, but he finds a sidewalk and a launch instead.
You saw a bit more hesitation from Usama prior to that down 1+2 attempt. But again, that means Arslan's in his head at the moment. And he's getting this wall, he's getting the snowball, he's getting everything he needs to be able to close out this round, perhaps.
And Arslan Ash still going.
No.
On the down 4-1 series.
Interrupts, he wasn't even scared of it. A few frames later, and that could have cost him, could have got him into a heat situation.
No,
but he had that confidence. He's seen that before. Now we're evening it up. One game apiece. You know, it's a very strong start from Usama there, but Arslan showing again why he's the 7th time. And let's get it going with the Evil Arena.
Now
things are about to pop up.
When you think about how much Arslan Ash was able to take advantage of walls in that previous game, when we go to this stage now, Usama, you have to have an answer for this pressure here, and right off the bat, counter hit trade in Arslan Ash's favor. Gonna realign just to get the bomb blast wall positioning. Stomp for Oki.
Keeps him there, wants to wake up into that mix perhaps. And there is that counter hit. Might use the wall this time.
Pressing in the counter hit launchers. Spring kick, Usama Abbasi desperate to get off that wall to get anything started. Finally an up 4-1, but the mid engager able to make contact, leverages the dash for an extra chunk of damage, but the cans from downtown. Usama Abbasi building some of that health back, gonna take advantage of the heat activation here, trying to get as much HP back as possible. Reposition, kick him into the blast!
Sends him sky high. This is looking very good for Usama.
What can he do with it though, Brown man? Can he get it?
He dash, gets into the wall. That last kick might be able to close it out, and Usama taking the lead in the set once again.
The combo decision-making there was perfect.
They're both pressing, heavy buttons on round start. You know, they're challenging.
Usama Abbasi playing with the pace that he was playing with in game 1. Crouch jab.
Dashing in his face.
Showing these homing attacks, trying to steal Arslan step at close range. Arslan right back at you.
Nice lateral move.
Down back 3, stiletto heel counter hit. Shut up.
Gets the combo.
Winging.
It's gonna be heavy. Activating that.
There we go, turn up.
Keeps him there, keeps most of his heat. One more big interaction could save him here.
Engine step not deep enough, that was scary.
Heat dash coming from Arslan Ash, saving him, gets a life lead, one more hit, and the Rage Art.
Not enough health. No,
he has enough, he tanks it. I don't want to say nothing, but I think we might be seeing Usama.
On set point?
Get it right there.
Against Arslan Ash at Tekken World Tour Finals?
Say it ain't so.
On winner's side, that loser's bracket is gonna be crazy.
See, the start of that round, the previous rounds are both challenging, swinging. They're both like, yo, I'm gonna back up. We have too much on the line. I'm not willing to risk anything. Now the mind games for the strings are coming out. Usama trying to catch him on a counter hit. He knows Arslan likes moving, likes pressing. He needs a safe counter hit option, and he's going back to that.
Arslan got his back for a moment. Lighter punish.
Big scoop up. Now Arslan still has a bit of a hill to climb. Usama just needs one more round, but Arslan is not making it easy. Goes for the heat dash, trying to push him to the wall, but the can-cans, defensive can-cans. The Asuka special.
You gotta activate here. You have to.
You get into that wall. Nice carry. This is gonna be huge. Obama.
The kick, and Usama Abbasi does it. Arslan Ash, you guys are gonna have a heat. Loser's bracket is gonna be crazy, man. I'm thinking, man. Arslan Ash, with the benefit of that top 4 seeding, able to skip the group stage play, able to skip all that, comes up here in first set against Usama Abbasi, dropped in the loser's bracket. This just got interesting. Usama Abbasi, very well played.
That was so clean. And again, he started off really strong. You can see these guys walking out. You know, nobody, when we saw this, when we saw these guys walking out, you know, I'm sure 95% of the plan was like, yeah, Arslan's got this. Might be a close set, but, you know, easy wins for Arslan, right? Meanwhile, Usama's like locked in. He's like, yo, I know what I can do. You can see in the first 2 rounds of the first game, he was so dominant. He kept putting him back to that same corner. Again, 2 rounds in a row, you can see ending there, gets the low right after the heat smash using those plus frames. And round 3 was a bit different. Now, Arslan was able to start bringing it back, but he took, Usama was able to take it out overall in the first game. But then when it got to game 2 and then game 3, that's where it really started getting meaty.
Game 1 to me felt like the vibe check, and then Arslan Ash started to come around in game 2. And game 3 was like, okay, I'm not gonna shy away from this moment. He started to leverage a lot more of Tenjin, especially the 4-4, 1+2 in close range. Starting to float a lot more homing options to try to seal Arslan's step in close range on his terms, right? And ultimately, the bomb blast walls in the wall control and the return that this character gets Oh my God, ultimately came into play. That rage art was super clutch. But look at this finisher. Just bet it, man. Took the down 1+2, got Das Boot to finish. And Usama Abbasi, that fist bump, you know that meant the world to him.
And he's got to be feeling good. He's got to be feeling confident moving forward. Again, Usama Abbasi has locked his spot in there for his qualifying top 8 match there. We got Ni and Rangchu lying in the wings, waiting for their match to see who steps up.
Yo, top 16, you're gonna. I feel like we've seen this before, so I've seen this somewhere. Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea. We're getting them back to back to back.
That's kind of a little familiar.
Top 16 winner side, you guys are getting everything, man.
All right, so we're gonna let you guys see who's coming up next. We're gonna throw it to our magnificent Logan on stage to take you through it.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our next match. And first up, I'd like to welcome on stage a legend, one of the greatest ever in the world of Tekken. Hailing from South Korea, representing Team DRX. He finished 5th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,880 points. He qualified through Group C in the global leaderboard group stages. He is the reigning Evo Japan champion. Let's welcome Ni! And his opponent, also hailing from South Korea, representing Team Varel. He finished 10th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,550 points. He qualified for the final bracket through Group B. And he is, of course, your reigning and defending Tekken World Tour champion, the only player to hold 2 Tekken World Tour Championships. Let's make some noise for Rangchu! Gentlemen, if you can rock, paper, scissors for the choice of side in your own time. Rangchu will take player 1 side. Thank you very much if you guys want to get set up. And let's head back over to the desk with Martin Obama and Brown Man.
You heard the man, Mr. 4-time Evo champion, Ni, going up against Mr. 2-time Tekken World Tour Finals champion, Rangchu. And man, I mean, these two guys have played a lot over the years, Brown. What do you think about this when they sit down in this game and write down this version?
Well, I think they played so much, you know, online, offline, so many years of tournaments over multiple games as well. You know, these guys sitting down is probably nostalgic to them at this point. They've played so much. Now, they're very accomplished on both sides. Ni has yet to be able to capture that TWT title, though. He's got, you know, so many others, so many titles, but that's one that has eluded him thus far. Rangchu, on the other hand, he's suffering from success on that one. He got the 2-time, you know. The first time, Tekken 7, people were like, yo, where did that come from?
Something about bears in the wintertime, man. When they start hibernating, he turns up. He turns up, but somehow finds the dub. And, I mean, one of them came in Europe, you know, and we're right back out here, you know, in this hemisphere. So you also got to talk about the family buff, too, on that part. We were talking about it with Arson Ash. We were talking about it with some of the other players that we have here, and of course just in fighting games in general, but Rangchu is no stranger to that sensation either. It's a little bit different when you're fighting for something more than yourself, more than just like your personal love of the game. He's got a family, you know, and he fights with that in mind. Look at this, man. 10th place, 1,550 points. Rangchu making it back to this top 20, but
that Evo Japan, though. That Evo Japan 2025. First place, 800 fat points there. Third, a combo breaker, and then I think that was B-Pro at the end of that. Now, but well, look, Ni is building, in the process of building his own family at the moment, so he might be cooking up that buff, whether it hits now, whether it hits in the future. Now, the character selection is going to be very interesting, right? Yeah. We have seen Rangchu go to that well of Bakuma recently. What did I just look at? Hold on.
Did you see that?
Hello? Okay.
So you were talking about it. I was riding with you. I was riding with you.
Hey, yo.
Like we seen Falk around. We seen Lydia. We seen Bears.
Okay.
We are about to see Anna going up against Knee's patented Brian.
He's been cooking this one up for sure. He's been planning this for Knee. Whether or not he's prepared for it is a separate question.
Or also just, you know, watching and observing what's successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And no hesitation there from Knee. Starting
Watching
around.
button presses as he gets flipped into a counter hit Knee.
Now, depending on how much Rangchu's been playing Anna, you know, he might be looking at this like, look, I've got a really good Anna, I want to bring this in against Knee, I think I have a chance. Or he's like, I've got a very specific game plan for this. And let's see what he has, because if Knee can put him into positions that he's not used to, not muscle memory, and not natural, he might be able to catch him off guard and get him to waste opportunities and get caught by things like that.
Look at that play, man. Incinerator string, instant walk around after, takes advantage of the whiff punish. And Knee right now with momentum here. Rangchu, what does he see? What was the play here?
Amazing, gets that low. Now it's trying to build that momentum. Now we have some of the best Ana plays in the world in this building here with this. We've got R-Tip, we've got Arsenal, we've got Arkkill. So many are here. And let's see how they're viewing.
For sure, and you have to imagine that they've influenced this on some level, right? Seeing those guys be as successful as they have against Knee.
They have to have contributed. Oh, goes underneath with that heat smash. A little bit of bubble weave on the start of that one.
Fast,
yeah, so good. They're trying to keep that distance with that 3+4, mind gaming with the strings. But Rangchu trying to put the pedal to the metal, breaking up this offense piece by piece, trying to catch Knee with a counter hit.
Giving him a lot of different stance looks as well. Punishment there for Knee.
I'm trying to call out a lot on these uppers.
He's going to just take his frames and see what Rangchu wants to do with it. Trying to observe here, but the full crouch launch this time, working out for Rangchu, going to activate.
And you can see Knee here. Oh, okay, goes to double O.
Going for the stance cancel, just trying to pursue instead. Smash, in touch, and he comes up with the dub here, Rangchu.
Right, 2 rounds to 1. Checking full, okay, gets the full one. Weaves that through, big uppercut. This is going to be a big change of pace for Knee. See if he can keep that momentum going. But on the wake up, you know Rangchu's going to squirm. He's not going to go down and just take that pressure.
You see Rangchu going for some Chaos Judgment stance transitions as well. But that raw burst is going to get tagged and punished big time from Knee.
Should be able to close it out there with the 7 golden letters, making a statement. It's like, bro, can't be bringing this Ana to me. You got to bring your A game.
Oh,
big orbital.
Right into an orbital flash heal.
It's like a black hole, man. It just sucks you in sometimes. The crowd's feeling this. Knee might be feeding off that. He doesn't have headphones on. He can hear and feel everything, the emotions of the crowd. He can see their heart.
Low touch and a hammer chance mid-swing. Knee step very, very active at like range 2. See him rotating around into the background.
Rangchu looking prime. He uses his heat resource, but the rage art from Knee trying to equalize the health. Knee actually might be able to take a little bit of a, might be close to even maybe a health lead, but anybody's game. After that recovery, he has heat and he has snake eyes.
Yeah, heat cancel.
Floats him into the heat dash, gets the combo. He's taking him downtown, Obama.
What's he gonna do with this, brown man?
Hey, no way!
And goes right in. Knee, oh my God.
He was feeling it. He's feeling it. Get over here, man. Get over here. Let me show you something.
As soon as he got the heat burst cancel after that one sequence, and you knew that it was wide open stage with no walls to aid him, it's like, what's the play? What's he gonna be looking for after this combo launch to try to set up and confirm this round like that? Makes him wake up right up into the knee.
Oh, he's trying to show him why he's called that. But now we in outer space. Let's see what Rangchu can do. He's stuck to it. He's committing to it. No change, didn't hesitate, went straight to it. Let's see how his game plan can unfold. Let's see if he can adjust it enough to take down Knee in the second game.
This matchup looks way different than what we're used to seeing, like some of the other Ana players go when they go up against Knee. Not seeing a ton of lows really, or on both sides, but here we go.
Not testing with these strings, man. Knee has more than enough Ana trauma to keep him going here.
True. Gonna activate now. Got the wall to help him out. Low tap. Cannonball straight, burning some of that heat gauge. This time on the mid-extension with the dash.
He ain't letting up, making Rangchu come to him. And Rangchu also, if you look at some of his best play with his bears, he's very reactionary, right? He will get into your head so quickly. Amazing. Like a Mishima, sidestep, jet upper, keeping it clean. Knee looking amazing. Rangchu's reactionary style is not really working out here. Knee able to lay it on thick and not let up.
Hatchet, jab touches. Incinerator. Lee throwing everything at him with his back to the wall. And here we go, Rangchu with a chance out the launch.
Gets that hammer chance in. Spiked him down. All right, gets that sidewall, sends him over there, lets Knee get a bit of a route to breathe, and uses the incinerator. One more hit's all he needs. Goes for the heat dash. Nice duck underneath. Rangchu might be able to make this back, but Knee, while standing for to stop him in his tracks.
On set point, floor hazard in play now. Rangchu, you got to mount an answer right here, right now.
All right, nice walk, going for a Sunday stroll. Rangchu throwing out those three.
Dashing in his grill. Cannonball straight.
Big confirm there from Rangchu. He's looking to take this one. He needs to get back on the board. He can't let it go here. Uses that heat, the lava resource on the ground. Spiking him down. Goes for the purpose. It's looking like a Rangchu round. Can he keep it going? Nice duck there, Knee. He knew the risk of that. Let it go. Hoped for it, but knew that might be a throwaway round. But Rangchu now on the board, building up that momentum. But Knee, big jab at the start.
That last round had to have been a blueprint for Rangchu and how he wants, or at least how he was thinking this matchup would go. But right now, Knee reminding you why he is the Brian God right here. Viking funeral, leave her burning. Bazooka shot now, Rangchu fighting with the sides of the wall.
Goes for that whip punish, and again, goes for the heat dash. Now got him back to the wall. This could be his round. Could even up the round count. And here we go, that hammer chance. He is not taking any chance. 2 rounds apiece. Rangchu staying alive, showing signs of life. Now, returns the favor, gets that float at the round start.
Talk about the character strength, Rangchu. Right now, man, all it takes is 2 or 3 right sequences, and he gets the round no matter what the deficit is.
The depth is there. Can he unlock it in time? Extra punish from Knee.
Nice.
This is going to be big for him. The pendulum swings back into his favor.
With the extension and the punish here, Knee not quite what he was looking for. Awkward wall positioning, but the jab touches. The incinerator at the wall once again. Familiar territory. Kick off.
That heat smash plus range.
Jump shot, the incinerator. Knee. 2-0 over Rangchu here at the final. And if Rangchu's gonna do it again, it is gonna have to be a hell of a run, because he just got dropped in the loser's bracket.
It's a marathon he's gonna have to just complete. He can definitely do it, but this play from Knee looks like the shades of the legend that people are always waiting to see. He's had ups and downs throughout the last couple of years, but this could be his chance. I was talking about it before. He's not been able to secure that TWT championships thus far. Rangchu tried to step in his way, went for an option, it didn't work out this time. Let's see what he has in store for the loser side. As you mentioned before, Obama, that loser side is looking insane. That looks like a winner side of like an Evo.
Yeah,
right?
it's like very, I mean, you're going to see some matchups that would very well be grand finals at some events that we've seen this year or otherwise. But you got to think, man, with the Moguls, with the Arson Ashes, dropping a Rangchu down there like that too. Knee cruising on winner side. And again, we're going to see top 16 winner side. We are going to see a lot of Pakistan versus Korea matchups coming up.
It's becoming, the standard thing, right? There was years and years of, it was Korea versus Japan, right? For many years that was the case. And now we've seen that shift over the last few, and it's not showing signs of slowing down. Both regions are so passionate, so skilled, working so hard, and they're one-upping each other time over time. But we can see here, Rangchu looked like he was going to be able to maybe take the second game here, but as we saw, Knee ended it up with that heat smash plus frames into the back 1+2.
Yeah, just hard fought either way, man. It was like, even the rounds, check this out. So Knee now versus Usama Abbasi, top 16 winner side. Farzine versus Lohai, the John Mangja. Coming up next, you're going to have Atif versus Nobi, right? This so far, right now, winner side, top 16. It's a Korea-Pakistan affair. Let's see if Nobi can play spoiler to that. But to
finally, Atif, Brian.
And this is another matchup that, I feel we've seen at Evo top 8 stretches as well, right? This has been a tough matchup for him. Let's see what the character selection is going to be going into that, though. I'm curious to see.
All right, now we'll throw it back to Logan. We'll see what he has to say, what he's got for us.
Thank you very much. Let's welcome for the first time this TWT Finals onto the stage. Hailing from Pakistan, representing Team Falcons this season. He finished 3rd on the global leaderboard with 2,271 points. He is the reigning CEO champion. He finished 2nd at Evo Las Vegas And last year at the TWT finals, he finished in second place. He was automatically seeded into the finals bracket. Let's welcome Atif.
Here, my man, Atif is coming.
And his opponent, hailing from Japan, representing Team Yamasa. He qualified through Group B and he's currently on a 5-win streak here in the Tekken World Tour Finals. Let's welcome Nobi! Gentlemen, if you can determine who will be picking sides through rock, paper, scissors. Atif will be player one side. Let's go back over to Martin Obama and Brown Man on commentary.
Thank you, Mr. Logan Sama. So queuing up on stage, you guys saw it. Atif Butt going up against Nobi. And look, man, we have seen this matchup on EVO final stages several times up until this point. This is going to be a tough matchup. Nobi's going to get this done. This is the guy that he has to beat, and he has not been able to do it yet.
He's got, so far, at least on, you know, the more official events, he's got a 100% win ratio. I think maybe in those sets, Nobi maybe took like one game, maybe two, and Atif has just had his number. So let's see if today, you know, they knew they're running into each other, right? They had a little bit of time to prepare. I'm curious to see. So far, Nobi's been rocking that Lars. He's looked untouchable. He just swept everyone on his path here this week, but can he close it out against Atif? He's, at this point, you would consider him a bracket demon for it.
The other thing, too, is Atif hasn't played all week. This is his first set, actually. So I'm curious what character he's going to leverage, but just as much as Nobi, right? We've been watching him, of course. It seems like a soft commitment to Lars with Steve also in the wings and Dragunov also as an option. But it's been mostly Lars and Steve so far this year, I would even say. Atif as well, though. I mean,
I want to see the Brian, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but he might not feel the need to go with that in this set, you know, especially considering he's had success with other characters in this specific player matchup. So I'm curious to see what the character selection is on both sides. You have to imagine Atif is pretty confident coming into this one. Nobi, this is the mountain that he has to climb if he wants to get into the upper echelon. And the cool thing is, with Nobi, it's always about what Nobi shows up that weekend, right? This is a guy who, when he is playing his best, is not only super fun to watch because he plays with his heart,
he plays like
but
crazy,
he can play with and beat anybody.
Yes.
Except Atif Butt up until this point.
So far.
My thing is, Nobi, what you got? Now that you're fighting for a little bit more than just yourself, it's a little bit different now. Queuing up, he's hovering over to Lars, up against Atif's Anna, and we've seen this matchup a good bit.
I think no surprises in the picks here. I think they're going to what they think is, you know, the most effective, right? Lars has been so amazing for Nobi thus far. And Atif, you know, he's been jumping around, as you mentioned. He's got a lot of characters. He is the Mokujin, right? He is Earth's Mokujin representative. But he has found so much success, old reliable in Anna. You know, we talk about Brian, we talk about Dragunov. Those are options that are on the table, but I think Anna, many of the points where you saw him, you know, you mentioned he's come second to a few things like that. Anna got him there. And I think Anna is going to be what he's going to try to get through here today. But Nobi starting off with that spin, tries to leave.
And right away, trying to grip her up. The magnetism back four.
Break off that downward strike. And I'm sure Nobi felt like this might have been on the cards. I'm interested to see what kind of counterplay he has in store for you.
It's about the counterplay, and I want to see how he pressures, and then what his defensive answers are to the offense that Atif will run, right? The role that some of these lows that Anna has, especially the full crouch mix, how is he going to play around that?
And we can see, as we mentioned before, there's so many Anna plays in the crowd, right? Things like that. So now when Nobi approaches with the Lars options, that counter hit options from while standing that Anna has are so dangerous. But right now, Nobi finding a way to work around it.
First significant full crouch mix, and look at what Nobi's answer was. Correct read, punish, secures the round with it. And he is zooming on this lightning strikes.
Trying to catch him with that mid one of that counter hit. But now
Low stacking up on the side of Atif. Able to
back swing.
The double barrel out of stance now to engage for Nobi. Pushing with the lightning towards the wall. Atif back to the wall. Eats the avalanche and the power crush. Nobi has the read right now. Playing with speed, playing with momentum.
Atif showed so crisp.
Playing with vision, Brown Man.
He's carrying over to the wall. Gonna try to get a big combo. A slight miscalculation, but again, not missing a step. The backswing, again, saving him and allowing him to move forward.
Chaos
but Atif with the Chaos Judgment low parry. This is going to be a big position for Atif to take. Getting him near the wall, but gets the back position himself.
Ramen, the walk around.
He knows the combo. He knows that back turn combo. He's gotten too many people in that situation. He has that heat. Atif might be able to try to use it. Goes to the heat dash, trying to catch Nobi, but Nobi not blinking. Goes underneath that down forward one. Tried for a big launch of that QCF1. Atif looking prime for this round if he can close it out. And the slide rocket out to close it, but still 1 round behind.
There were one or two very short, fast sequences of whiffs that Nobi could have taken advantage of. He was just a little bit too late to pull the trigger, and it created a huge swing there at the very end. He could have secured that round.
A knockdown punish.
The punishment is on point right now for Nobi overall, though. Step and activate. Atif willing to challenge, trade. Crouch jab, steal the turn back, goes with the lows. Punishment there for Atif as well. Lows adding up.
And if you notice, Atif's more prioritizing keeping Nobi off him, so he's willing to use his heat very shortly after he gets it. He doesn't use many of the heat options. He just tries to catch him with a heat launcher that's safe. But there we go with that big launch. Atif looking prime. Should be able to close it out. Keeps it safe, keeps it simple, gives himself a moment to take a sip and stay hydrated. Gotta watch this cutscene real quick.
And the match tempo, think about how that worked. Like the first 2 rounds overall were pretty fast. Nobi, it feels like the longer the set goes on, the more Atif is kind of able to adjust to his timing and his rhythm. You see he's able to get these round-ending sequences like that. Like you said, leveraging resources, not really just to even be able to get the max out, but just to be able to stave off the pressure.
Big commitment, big launch there. Fighting back, activating,
stopping, and the
good challenge. No fear, no hesitation. He saw that. I'm not dealing with this mix up. Gets swept. He dashed to the wall.
And now Atif with wall advantage, canceling, going low.
The rage art. This is going to be big for him. Should be able to delete a lot of Atif's health. And he's gone. Nobi's scaling on this is going to be great, and he's going to recover so much. And he's going to probably dash up and try to recover a bit more in his flurry. But the big call out, he was ducking, lying in wait. Atif taking the first game. He flipped that 180. That looked like a Nobi game.
And he bet it all on the sweep attempt. Yeah. I mean,
that's him though. You live and die by it, right?
But I think he's probably trying to read a button press in that range, right?
Maybe the approach to the jab strings, yeah.
That's a hell of a... I mean, that's Nobi though. Like, that's a hell of a bet in that situation. It's time on the Pac-Man stage.
All right. Pac Pixels in the house. Got a full crowd back there.
Open up with back one. Goes to the armor on the whiff. Correct call out. Atif's reaction is too good. Nobi knows that.
All right, trying to catch him with that knee. Safe on block, but now Atif employing the string mind games that stance mix-ups. But Nobi trying to push it on him for himself. Again, that keep out, that approach, such a big return there for Atif.
Especially as a counter hit launcher. Look what it sets up for. The low parry on the get-up kick. And Atif now, this is what we were talking about. As sharp as Nobi came into this thing, the longer it goes on, it feels like Atif more and more understands how he wants to play. Counter hit, able to get this heat engage confirmed. Now the lightning. Putting it on Atif right now. Good while standing punishment.
All right, check with that jump on one. Lets that string rip. This one's looking good for Nobi. And again, you can't block them all. All he needed was one straight hit.
And let's see if he goes into that situation a little bit more. The limited entry cancels and just Warden running that while standing. Delta Slicer to open things up here. Working the lows. Throwing a lot more stance mix at him and just canceling.
Welcome to the Beyblade.
Swapping between Dan and Sen. Going low. Limited entry comes with the while standing 4.
Yo, I'm busy just watching Lars right now. 7 golden letters, 2 rounds ahead. But again, the first game was very similar. Nobi was able to assert his dominance, but Atif slowly just stripped that away.
Something happens in like round 3, round 4, and he just like gets it.
See if we can understand what he's up against here. Excellent block. And now he's building it up. This could be that round.
Stay down, Nobi. Comes up with a while standing 4. And again, these keep out options that result in counter hit launches, result in the wall with the heat activated Atif. They're costing him momentum. They're costing him everything, Brownman. And again, the same sequence.
Was that a replay? Did we just watch the replay? Right. Potential set point here for Atif. Potential final round. Nobi needs to make something happen. Now finally catches him with that counter hit. Back 4. Sorry, on hit, back 4. Gets the full animation. Strong aerial tailspin, gets him to the wall. This is where he found a lot of success. And let's see if we can lock him down there.
If he's going to find success, it has to come right here. The lightning. Atif down center stage. Full crouch mix goes mid this time. Willing to leverage the dash. Parallel to the wall.
Nice salvage on the combo.
Rockets, Headless Horseman. This is getting nasty, Brownman. And just like that, Atif, but 2-0 over Nobi.
The first time Nobi has shed blood since the start of these finals.
True. With the way that he cleaned through the group stages. And even then, he came into this one with some fire that this was a very different set than what we saw at Evolutions this year and last year, again, in the same player matchup. But again, it's just like something happens in the later rounds of each game where Atif especially was able to leverage so much of like keep-out tools. He found so many counter hit launches, able to intercept Nobi's approach. And it's just like the swing it creates is so harsh, especially on the wall stages like that.
So, you know, we did see a lot of the situations at the wall. Oh, nice block there. As you saw, the willingness to hold the ducks there from Nobi, I think it was quite important. And you can see whenever Nobi got Atif to the wall, unless Atif was able to escape, he was really able to seal the deal there and kind of make it work for him. But Atif had a very good eye for when he could take his turn back or intercept or leave. That final round of the first game, that big call out on the low after that clutch right there.
And Atif shaking his head, acknowledging that there were 2 rounds there that looked the exact same round.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same counter hit launching sequence into the wall, into the the timing beat on the low emergency toe tap kick. And
you could feel it. Ah, man. You know, when those moments come up, right, you know, you're in the moment, your brain's working a mile a minute, you can't catch everything. You have those moments where it's like, I know better than that, but, you know, those do happen.
Next match.
Winner's side top 16, take a look. Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea. And Atif now locking his spot in winner's side top 16.
Pakistan, Japan,
and so now you have JDCR versus Ulsan, which will guarantee you get 4 of those regional rivalry matchups to qualify for top 8 on winner's side. But when you think about JDCR and Ulsan, what comes to mind for you?
New gen, old gen. I mean, Ulsan's a bit of a middle gen now. But let's see what they have up for us on the stage. Logan, take it away.
Thank you very much. That's right. It's time to get into our last match of round 2 on the winner's side of the final bracket. And let me introduce on stage first another certified legend in the world of Tekken, hailing from South Korea, representing Team RRQ. He qualified through the global leaderboard in 14th with 1,470 points. He is the reigning First Attack and Electric Clash champion, and he swept Group D to qualify for the final bracket. Let's welcome JDCR! His opponent, also hailing from South Korea, representing Team DN Supers. He finished 8th in the Tekken World Tour Global Leaderboard with 1,730 points. He qualified through Group A, and he is a 2-time Esports World Cup champion. Let's welcome Ulsan! Okay, it's down to you guys to determine who's going to pick sides with rock, paper, scissors in your own time.
I would choose 1P.
Okay, let's go back over to the commentary desk with Martin Obama and Brownman.
Very much.
This is a guaranteed banger we have up on stage for you guys. We have the legend, the old god, JDCR, still showing why he's one of the world's best, versus the not as new, but relatively new generation in Ulsan, two-time esports World Cup champion. And we got JD, also an Evo champion in his own right. And I think it's a big opportunity to see both of these titans clash. We've got most likely Dragunov or Armor King from JD, you know, historically known as one of the Heihachi goats. I personally would love to see some Heihachi, but he's got to trust in his gut and see what he wants to choose. And Ulsan, you know, the Dragunov has been doing work, but we also, just like Nobi, have been seeing the Lars, right? There's something in the Lars source that they're figuring out. So I'm curious to see what they have for each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you maybe see an unconventional pick on one side or another, just because of the history these two guys have with each other over time.
Actually,
like
they
said,
played at EWC, actually, in the pools. And Ulsan was able to take it pretty clean.
And so, there you see JDCR. Pretty satisfactory performance this year at 14th place with 1470 points. Electric Clash, first attack, he got out early this year. And, of course, made top 8 as well at EVO 2025.
Yeah, crazy. But there we go, CEO second place. Chain Shift 2025 first, and of course, bam, shouts to Melbourne.
There's something about Ulsan in summertime, man.
He just goes crazy.
He shows up in summertime and just cannot stop. But he's somebody who on this Tekken World Tour final stage, you got to remember, you talked about it earlier, right? He's been to the very end of this thing, got real close, and somebody came out and just dropped a bomb on him at the end like that, you know, with that Akuma gameplay in Thailand from Chikrin. But for him to be able to be on this stage like this, it feels like not as much pressure on his side like that, you know? He doesn't feel like he's super stressed or anything like that. He's kind of started playing a little bit looser towards the end of group stages, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, especially at first, he didn't know what the score was going to be when he got that last win. Then he turned out that he won. You could just see an instant release, and he could go into today, and I think this final bracket with a little bit more of a sense of confidence in himself.
That was a funny one. So he was talking to me about that, where he was like, yo, because he was sad, right? It was like, yo, why does he look like he lost? Like he lost everything. But it was Edge.
It was a tiebreaker.
Edge understood. And Edge already understood the situation. And also I was like, why is he looking like that? Oh, hey, yo, all right, let's go.
You might get your wish, Brown.
Wish this do come true. All right, let's make some noise for the Heihachi from the legend, JD, ladies and gentlemen. Malmo, make some noise. I'll make some noise. Let's go. I'm very conflicted right now. All right, let's get it going. We in the arena. Stuff's about to get crazy. Both were previously JD's mains in Tekken 7, actually.
Yeah, look at this, man. He'll give you the present when you don't ask for it, right?
Let's
Last
go.
time the crowd was cheering for it, he said, stop that. Let's go. Dragunov queuing into this legendary JDCR Heihachi.
Let's get it going. This is the moment I've been waiting for myself. Now, gets caught. He was trying to press him. Ulsan not having it. Whiffs the grab. Trying to check with that down forward 2, maybe an electric attempt. These grabs are coming in. It's just unbroken so far, 100% ratio.
Vicious switch whiff there. How is JDCR going to break this? Hyper, man, Ulsan is so good, especially when he's playing on his reactions, the speed at which he plays. How is he going to be able to break this guy down?
Now, JD trying to find his way and trying to catch Ulsan's timing. Amazing palm. Goes for the double palms, doesn't want to risk an omen, anything fancy, needs to keep it clean, needs to keep it simple against a player like Ulsan. No mistakes are allowed. But again, catches him on the offense, catches him with that electric. There's going to be big damage. Heihachi, an absolute damage machine, will melt your whole life.
Unless if you get interrupted like that. Recovery off the wall, this time with time expiring. Ulsan in rage. Heat to work with. Wall 4-4.
Goes to the heat dash 3 seconds ago. Plus frames on, and he's chipping away slowly. Yo, dashing in his face. He's showing. He's like, yo, that's me.
Nice try, kid.
All right, held that duck. Got hit by the Russian assault. Trying to catch him. Stepping with that back four. Gets the big counter hit. Again, keeping the combo simple. I respect that. Once the damage is guaranteed, doesn't want to try and get greedy with anything. Gets the 1-1-2 to the wall. And the Heihachi political storm to close it out there.
Damage enter at the wall, but again, the wraparound and then into Tundra Slasher kick from Ulsan. Shades of the first round. Similar scenario.
Flipping
Get your
over,
flip,
goes for the pigeon roll. Trying to go for that sidestep electric. He's not quite warmed up yet. That may cost him big, but Ulsan trying to take it back, goes for the upswing. Big low from the pigeon roll. These rolls are coming in handy. But the 1-3 to even up the score. Ulsan fighting back.
Back two, trying to seal the step a little bit for Ulsan.
Yo, they are playing a game of inches. All right, checking that stance, goes to the down forward one, rolls into the side.
Immediate stance cancel. Stance cancel, and then just goes to the jab pressure. Down 4-1, lets the extension rock, trying to, again, find any form of pressure here at the wall, but Ulsan able to step off, gets back to center stage. Bishop with the down two, the 4-4.
Check it with that.
The big strike.
Firm on that down forward 4, didn't believe. But now, big electric catching Ulsan. These off timings are doing wonders here for JD. And now gets the back 3-3 into that electric slam.
Battering ram. Ulsan now.
1-1-2, checks him. Thought he might be pressing, goes for the heat dash, but Ulsan, 1-2-1. This, I saw this dude, he was sitting there the other day just muttering that to himself, like 1-2-1, 1-2-1, 1-2-1. It's always in his head, cannot count him out with it. But now,
Alvo, and now the speed that he's approaching this with, leveraging slide a lot more as well. Working the back two, trade.
Trade there. Nobody got the better part of that one, really. But JD still has his Warriors instinct, decides to crack it now, pop it off here. Doesn't want to try and take it to the last round. He might not get there if he can't make it through here.
Bishop with back one. The 1-1-2 works out this time.
Output one gets that gold spark. He's got that timing. Was a bit late on that potential whip punish, but then kept it safe, didn't want to risk anything. Nice whip punish there. Should be able to make this count big time. Let's see what JD has got in store for Ulsan. Can he close it out? Gets the whip on the headbutt. Still alive. Ulsan taking this opportunity.
No
Instant tailspin into the rage art. Making JD question everything.
You said it was going to take him a little while to warm up, right? So the sidestep electric finally come out for JDCR, but ultimately, Ulsan going to take this game here. 1-0 advantage. Ulsan with the smile on his face.
It's his own cheering squad right now. Okay, now, do we see JD stick with it? He's going to have to think about it. He's got a bit of time. He can sit there for a few minutes and really marinate on this one. But here we go. Ulsan, definitely proud of that as well. It looked like a JD round. I think, again, I don't know how much he's playing Heihachi. There's a lot of situations where it looks like the unfamiliarity is costing him big, but he's sticking to it. Now we have the hidden retreat, a very fitting stage here for this momentous round, this game. Ulsan one game away from knocking JD into the losers, but the fans want to see as much of this as they can. Nobody expected to see Heihachi in this late in the tournament. You know, Kudans fell a bit early in that LCQ, so we thought JD might be rocking with the drag, but here we go, applying that pressure. He has that heat. Again, jab checking him, trying to keep him in his range. Uses the guard break there. That gets a nice fat combo, but doesn't get to complete it. But it's still a big health lead there for JD and closes it out with the 1-1-2 flash punch
there.
combo.
Yeah, 1-1-2 flash punch. Gets the heat up.
With punish with that down forward one, gets the blue sparks. Again, he's trying to use, so the way you have to track with Heihachi now is, you know, you got the down forward one, you got the electric, you got the jabs, but they are weak to certain sides, so JD needs to be aware which side Ulsan is stepping, and nice, gets the 1-1-2, that back four, trying to catch him, doesn't get a wall splat once again. Off axis is costing a little bit to JD here. While setting four.
JDCR is contesting this mid-range, the back fours.
But a scoop up, I was about to say, one big scoop Ulsan needs, if you can feel that confidence when JD's trying to pressure him. One big scoop, down forward two, while standing two, but he got that there. He's looking good for Ulsan and catches him with the homing wall splat to close it out. I don't think many sets so far today have the crowd clap for every single round.
Every time JDCR gets a hit, everybody they start AAing and stuff.
I'm saying, just like we saw with KSK earlier in the tournament, the Mishimas bring people together. I don't know what it is. When you see a Mishima at the top of their class, it's something special. It brings everyone together.
Presses into that back four. JDCR gonna make him hurt for this. After the extension with the heat activation here. Battering ram, 89 damage just like that.
JDCR cost him. Now he has a little bit of heat. One back two, use that heat dash on the palm.
Here we go, Tundra Slasher gonna get Ulsan a little bit of HP back. The sidewalk though, JCR with the chance.
Homing grab. This could be a chance for him to get the second round he needs in this game. JD coming back with a vengeance. 1 round away from equaling the score here against Ulsan.
Shows him 1 hit of the sweep, this time counter hit timing. The wall, that could have been so much, oh man.
The 1-1 trying to check him at the wall. You know, Heihachi has one of the best jab strings in the game. That 1-1-2 wall splat, inconfirmable. Trying to lock him down here. But again, trying to chip away. And the heat smash should be able to wall splat. Can he finish it here? Back 1-4. And JD making that statement. Game 2, the crowd erupting. 1 game apiece here, Obama. That was looking tough there for JD. There was a few situations where it looked like he was about to fumble the lead he had, but was able to close it out and secure his position. His character's locked, obviously, so he's gonna have to stick it out. And Ulsan, let's see what he has in store.
Those situations that rubber banded in the first game where Ulsan was able to take advantage and secure rounds with, they didn't have that same level of impact in game 2, and JCR was able to hold on. And again, the way the matchup kind of changed as well. You see him contesting Ulsan's pressure and his mid-range a lot with some of these very, very high return Heihachi tools and normals in mid-range.
You can see dashing up, trying his face, using those
plus frames, and then just goes for the homing grab again.
An excellent punish, he was ready.
Running through pressure and fine with the safe mids, the jabs. Showing some back four, interruption on the armor. JCR able to get his burst off. And the step electric. Oh man, the crowd coming alive every time he makes contact. The axe kicks.
All right, use that heat dash on the up forward too. Goes to that mid.
Break.
Jump forward 1, check it, and the back 3. Caught him with the counter. This is looking good for Ulsan.
Ulsan has been on point with those attacks all week long.
That's clean.
Counter timing. Down for 1 extension.
Checking with that back 4. He wants that counter hit, but you notice
changing his timing as well on the extension.
He's cutting the wave short, and that's the big timing changer. You know, you can change your wave like that on the fly. It's so good. As you can see, he's trying to catch him, and he's getting it blocked a lot, but Ulsan isn't able to intercept him before he gets there because he's so dynamic. Again, keeping it safe with the palm, activating heat. Ulsan coming in for the approach, goes that down to into the shoulder. He just couldn't get the combo he was looking for, but gets the salvage. Down forward 2 on the sidestep. Looking good for Ulsan if he can close this one out here.
And he will with the stomp to finish, and that brings Ulsan on set point. JDCR, gotta imagine he does have 2 heat activations. Gonna look for that 3rd one and be able to put Warrior Instinct on the table.
Finally gets what he was looking for. Big crumple stun. That gets a long combo here.
Yeah, Ulsan with the dubs in mid-range this game so far. Big time. Working with a huge lead right now and another launch.
Man, he was trying to bluff him there, trying to approach, not them, but he called his bluff like it had a phone number, man. That was crazy.
And Ulsan able to ice JDCR out in game 3. Great set though. Ulsan gonna be moving on to face Atif in winner's
You'll get the run back.
16. Okay.
We got that run back. It's happened a couple times. We know the most momentous one that had those 2 involved.
We're not even in top 8 yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not even top 8.
Crazy.
You see JDCR on the walkout.
Oh. All right, he's got some stances.
Right, Ulsan calling his shots, and then you again saw the Heihachi pick. You were pleasantly surprised by it. I don't think a lot of people, you have it in the back of your head, but I didn't expect them to pull that out in this set.
Sometimes you got to give the fans what they want, and I think at least from my assessment, from what I've seen there was a lot of situations where, again, I don't know how much time JD he's been putting into his Heihachi as of late. This might have been, a pick that he's like, I feel it in my gut. Maybe he did prepare something for it. Maybe it was just for Ulsan. I would have to ask him. But there was a lot of situations where he could have taken the momentum, taken the round, maybe taken the set, but there was combo unfamiliarity and there was execution errors there, and that could have just been the nerves. Versing a player at this stage in the game, but also there was situations where oh, there you go. You see the heat smash there. He got a couple refunds, right? Got a bit fortunate on the returns. But it's just those situations where he was not able to capitalize. And when you use a character such as this, like a Mishima, like a Heihachi, you can't afford any failures. Otherwise,
Yeah,
a play like Ulsan is going to make you pay and regret even choosing the character.
That's the issue, right? It's like you have great power, but you have
great responsibility.
You have the
Great
responsibility to not mess up. But there you go. Ulsan going to be moving on to face Atif, winner side top 16, alongside Usama Abbasi versus Ni, Farzine versus Lohai, the John versus Mangja. That's all winner side. We're not even at top 8 yet, Brown.
Absolute madness. All these matches are grand final material and beyond.
And it's all the regional rivalry matchup that we've been watching for a few years now. Big ups to everybody who's been a part of that over the years as well. You guys know who you are. But man, Tekken World Tour Finals, that's going to do it here for round 2. Now let's take a look at the loser's side of the bracket. So you can see JDCR has to play against Edge. They're going to play into Nobi. Rangchu versus Yoreds playing into Arslan Ash. Chikrin and Hexmark playing into Quistakis. Wow, that could be a Euro kill, potentially. And then Ryef versus Breadman will play into Molgold in losers round 2 of this bracket.
That's quite a variety of regions, styles, and characters. You know, I don't think down here, I'm looking, I don't think we see any double up on characters really. As I'm looking around, we got JD with potential Heihachi, you got Drag, you got Lars, Hwarang, Bear. Oh, actually, we might see the Anna a couple times, but overall, it's a great spread, and I think people are going to get a lot of exposure to a lot of characters and a lot of crazy styles.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to stay tuned in for all the Tekken action that we have going on today. This is the, again, final bracket here for the Tekken World Tour 2025 finals event. We've been playing and watching so much Tekken the past 3 days. We had a crazy LCQ yesterday, and we're not even close to being done yet. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Get your snacks, get your something to drink. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Tekken World Tour Finals live from Malmo, Sweden. Don't go anywhere.
From your beginner days to where you are now, I've seen you win. I've seen you lose. And I've always been here, right in front, lighting it all up. We were together when you first discovered gaming. That feeling, the discoveries, the friendships. You never shied away from me. You cried. You've tilted. Your bursts of joy. You've discovered fame. You felt everything, fully. I've seen you become you. We've always been together in your gaming journey.
ゴールデンレバーの会社が作ってる VM6R っていう多分駆け込んだと思います。
使用しているのは堀井さんのファイティングコマンダーオプタプロっていうコントローラーを使ってますね。
I'm using Kamba Obsidian 2. I think it's the best controller out there.
अभी तो मैं खेल रहा हूँ गोल्डन लिवर पे गोल्डन लिवर ही मेरे लिए अच्छा है इस टाइम
I currently use a default PlayStation 5 DualShock or DualSense controller.
Actuellement, je joue avec une manette Xbox One.
I use a DS4 controller.
I use a PS5 controller.
I use a DualShock 4 for my controller.
I used to and right now use the DualSense. Previous I used DualShock and right now I use DualSense. For me it's good. For me it's good, but I also looking for the hitbox in the future. Maybe.
I'm using VM6R.
I use the VM6R controller.
Knee stick, my stick. I'm customizing.
My controller would be an arcade stick with a Korean lever.
The DualShock 5, the standard PS5 controller.
PS5 pad.
Right now I'm using the PS5 controller.
Ahora mismo estoy usando el Kamba Obsidian 2.
PS5 controller. I currently use Hitbox.
저는 판테라를 사용하고 있지만 안에 이제 달려 있는 레버는 골든 레버를 사용하고 있습니다.
Hello, and welcome back to TWT Finals. We're on the final day after multiple days of extreme competition, honestly, the only way to put it. We're back here for the final day, no takebacks. We're going to enter the loser side of it. There's been so many games, man. I don't know what to say anymore. There's been so many games, all of them go down to wire. All of them the top creme de la creme of Tekken. My name is Punlife, joining me, the ever-hydrated Brandman. How's it going?
I'm going good, man. We've had some crazy matches, throughout the last 3 days. And just before, I was talking to Obama about this loser side we're about to experience. This loser side looks like if you put that at like any tournament you want, the biggest thing of all time, and just put that on the winner's side, all of them. You're like, yeah, this is pretty stacked. This is pretty stacked. Yet they're in the losers. How'd they get here? You got a lot of footage to review, guys, at home. A lot of Tekken to enjoy to figure out everybody's story. We have some big ones coming up. JD coming back on the sticks. No rest for the weary. JD versus Edge, a career match here. We saw him bust out the Heihachi. It didn't work out for him in that moment, but let's see if he has something else in store for Edge. The winner of that will get the gracious gift of going up against Nobi.
Yeah, who's actually been playing super, super well as well. Honestly, if he didn't have to face Atif, I reckon he could have gone even further in the winner's side. But Atif closing it out. I think Atif is also the only former champion remaining on the winner's side as well. I think everyone else is now actually on loser's side. So it's going to be a tough one for all of them. But yeah, JDCR versus Edge. I mean, Edge has been playing so much this weekend. Obviously, his group was really, really tough. He didn't quite make it through that group. It was like 4-2. I think 3 of them had like 4-2 or 4-3 score. So it was difficult for him. Made it through the redemption group. Was waiting, but obviously straight into the winner of our LCQ, John. So tough one. But only one of them can continue forward. Only one life remains. Both of them had a pretty busy tour as well. I think JDCR really activating towards the end of the tour as well, getting more and more points in the line on that leaderboard. And Edge, I think, just been very consistent throughout most of it as well.
His TWT finals performance is very interesting as well. You know, you got last year, 2024, he made it through the LCQ with Keisuke, I believe, and then ends up coming 4th in the whole thing. Imagine that. He's used to digging through the trenches and slogging through it, and it's no different here this weekend. So he's here to make another statement, see if he can go beyond that 4th place of last year. Yeah. But standing right in front of him is the legend JDCR.
Yeah, it's quite interesting though. JDCR, had previous final appearances, especially the sort of 17, 18, 19, but then had a big break. So this is like a nice return to form compared to some of the previous years as well.
Locking in that Dragunov versus Warung. See where we're going, where this stage will be set. And Seaside Resort. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first match of the TWT Finals Top 20 Losers Side Round 1. Let's get it going.
It's going to be interesting to see how Edge adapts. So obviously he wasn't far off from defeating John, but it's still going to be a tough one to actually make through a run through. But if anyone can do, it's him. But JDCR back on the Dragunov. No more Heihachi.
All right, Edge trying to start off chopping with those lows.
Already timing till they were just in the first round.
Pigeon rolled mid-mix. JD trying to stay in his face, stay at that 0.5 range, just out of range of the jabs or the quick pokes, like down back forward from the Edge.
He's ducking a lot as well. A lot of attempted interrupts with the down jab, a lot of how the ducks.
Well, Edge flowing through stances, trying to drown JD here in these options.
Going low as well. We've been seeing Edge going low a lot, especially versus John earlier as well. I wonder if he's going to be using the same strategy versus JDCR. Heat spent again, goes low again, and again, and again. Oh, but JDCR claiming some heat.
Went for the pigeon roll, kept safe, went for the orbital there, but the inertia kick taking JD and putting Edge into rage.
That great help extinguish as well. Only Enrage available for offsides. Got a guess. 3. Nice guess. It's 1 and 3.
On the ground. Anybody's game, and the back 4-3 with punish there from JD, taking the first round with 3 seconds to spare.
Yeah, strong start already. Nice again. Using the wave dash as well to delay his timing on the skyrocket.
There's a lot of Edge can really round through people when he can he can basically counteract their movement. But JD, one of the best movers and shakers out in the business, is doing a great job at both staying within range, being off axis, changing his timing, and kind of making Edge have to commit to riskier options perhaps.
Yeah, and JDC was trying to catch him with 1-to-1 as well, on counter hit on the dash in as well, but not quite catching the timing. About even on health as well. Edge looking for the back 4, doesn't find it. Nice little punish on it as well.
Edge going for those ladder steps. That heat smash on block again, timing out Edge's heat. He's got nothing left.
On the jab control as well, the importance of one jab, famous video, and now he's showing it in action. Nice movement, not enough to kill, running to try to keep the pressure going, and 1-3. JDCR pulling ahead by 1 more round.
And again, JD's movement remains uncaged. Edge is having just trouble keeping him still. It's like a toddler on red cordial right now. He is moving. I don't think there's a single moment where his controller is not sending a signal to the console.
Inputs galore for sure. Nice 1-to-1. He activated as well. Running to again, trying to continue the pressure. 4-1.
1-2. Edge trying to take his turn back with that heat activation. JD building up that low pressure. Shoulder into the heat dash, keeping it safe. 1-1 catches Edge. He's in trouble.
Ooh, what a massive counter hit. Here we're going to see some truly obscene damage as well. Going straight for the Raider. Going to cut away that grey health, extinguish it. Put himself in a better position.
This is going to be a boon for Edge, but can he close it out? JD's going to have to... It's going to be a distance between them, as you can see. And the up... Okay.
Oh, did it get a follow-up? That would have been enough to kill as well.
Tried to go for the up forward one, was not ready for the follow-up. No, Edge was able to clutch it out. But again, still 1 round behind, 2-1.
Oh, that's such a shame as well, because that was basically guaranteed, but nice. Getting a little bit of punishment alone now. Goes all again. Nice movement as well to the left.
Nice sidestep block. Try to go for the full punish. Bit late on it.
Oh, and again around the world, JDCR. Beautiful movement. Burst activated. Nice. I like the dashing as well. Didn't want to overcommit, especially because of the back turn combo.
Didn't want to lose everything as well, but they tried to get a new one. Okay, floats him out. This is going to be big. And has half his heat bar left. Down 3 string to close it. Full crash down forward 1. Using the heat once again for the shoulder. Edge fighting back, slowly recovering health as well. Changing the tide.
Oh, but the 1-2-1 is enough to take that round as well. But yeah, Edge definitely trying to seize back as much of the grey health as possible. You know, popping the heat smash, trying to get as many hits on block. You know, every single hit, even if it's on block, you're still getting something. And it stacks up. And every little something, you know, it becomes a lot more of a little bit of HP, and that means you can now tank another low. Maybe you can tank it down forward 1 and gives you, again, it's 1 more interaction that you can play, and then 2 more interactions they can play. It all stacks up.
Putting a little bit of gas back in the tank.
Yeah.
You know, you only got
It's
a
a
couple
snowball
bucks of gas, it'll take you to the next stop, and he's able to close it out with that and get to the destination. It's actually very interesting. A character like Hwoarang can abuse the mechanic of health recovery a bit more than many others, where because he has so many string, the string pressure is consistent, right? So even though you're not taking the damage as the opponent, you might be getting chipped a little bit, he's recovering so much just on the offensive attempt.
Exactly, but speaking of recovering, JDCR won't be recovering most of that health. They're already gone and going mid right now. Edge.
Dual kick.
Nice, enough to kill, getting that perfect on the board as well.
Making a statement, dashing up at him.
Oh, forward 1, nice. Gets the follow-up this time.
He gets the redemption on his move there.
Yeah.
Russian Assault pushes him back. Big hatchet.
Nice, again, ducking, trying to look for something.
1-2. Forward 3, trying to keep that pressure up. Edge just kept guessing by JD, but gets a scoop up. Doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Let's see what he does with the wall situation.
Nice, gets it, uses it. Bicycle kick, yep.
Puts him back there. Now, a lot of characters, like earlier instead, Arslan decided to keep Usama at the wall, right? And didn't use the wall explosion, had the opportunity, but kept him there. Meanwhile, a character like Hwoarang can still use the gimmick and still put you back there with that down 4-3+4.
Yeah, you can have the cake and eat it too, you know? It's best of both worlds.
That sounds very unhealthy. That's 4-4-3. Trying to home him there, and the low strings are coming out in the back 4-3 challenge. JD not having it.
He's been absolutely in point with challenges. I mean, he's playing the right character for it, you know, between 1-2-1, back 4-3, etc., stuff like that. It's just an excellent
Simple and
character.
effective. It's like a basic multi-tool, right? It can do nearly anything.
100%. Nice block as well, because can't get anything for it.
Good defense here. And JD not trying to overcommit here to a potential punish or potential interrupt, waiting for the guaranteed situations just like that.
He's so on point. His defense is so good, but still eats the skyrocket. Nice big carry to the wall. Big chunk of damage as well. He activated as well. Maximum damage output.
All right. Ooh, that could have been big, but didn't believe in the moment. Now JD's got a chance to bring this one back and get a round count in this second game. Has all his heat available. Will he use it on another shoulder attempt? 1-2-1, uses it there instead. Down forward 1 to check. Edge fighting back and a lot of health to recover.
Yeah, recovered a little bit, going low again. No duck. Still keeping the pressure, but delaying the timing before that low and Edge. Second round on the board. He's trying to get a game.
Again, he's willing to go back to that move multiple times, but the timing change you mentioned is so key to the success of it.
100%, and there's layers upon layers of mind games on here right now. Not even from just this game either.
There's years of stuff. 2-1.
Ooh, couple drops.
Hellstream was looking for. Goes for the unblockable attempt. Intentional or not, we're not sure, but JD was able to snuff it out before that kick landed.
It's going to be a big chunk of damage. Spikes down as well, gets the wall standing 4 and dashing in. Heat smash spent. Nice down forward 1 as well, keeping it very simple, very risk averse.
And you know, I'm noticing a lack of things like down forward, down two as well. And I think he's concerned about the punishment potential from Edge here, so he's opting to change the timing, maybe use mids to make him highs to make him duck, something like that. But right now, 1-2-1 nearly comes out, but the running 4 at the wall combo.
Nice, big chunk of damage as well. The optimal tornado. Nice against Spike down. He's mixing up his options constantly.
So that super roll and the heat smash should close it out here with the wall explosion. One more hit's all he needs and ends it with the up forward 1. JDCR moving forward here on the loser side of top 20, while Edge will unfortunately be bowing out. Can we get a big round of applause for T1 Edge?
What a performance the entire weekend, fighting tooth and nail to remain in the bracket. Unfortunately, won't be able to be his placing from last year, but either way, he's had a tremendous performance. And like we said earlier, it's really good to see JDCR on top as well. On top of his game, really getting back into it. We saw him rotating characters this year as well. We saw some of that Heihachi earlier, seeing the Dragunov now. At different events, we also saw some of that AK as well, which is also very interesting. So yeah, it's just a good amount of variety, and it allows him the ability to flex between the matchups. So, I think in this matchup, I think Dragunov is just objectively better in this matchup than Heihachi is. Although, yeah, you could probably make the Heihachi work as well. But I think
it's doable, but I think the options that Dragunov has to really keep Hwoarang guessing, like, the pokes and everything, really come into play. As you saw, 1-2-1 alone, I think, is so key in this matchup where, you only have a couple frames to work with. That 10-frame gap, that 11-frame gap with the 1-2-1 could change everything. And you saw, it did come in handy for JD a couple times. And Edge just, I think, wasn't ready. Even though JD wasn't playing like an absolute animal or a machine, he was showing flaws, he was showing personality, but he was able to close it out because I think Edge just wasn't able to capitalize on stopping his movement.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good observation, because we saw a lot of sidewalk left, especially on round start a few times, working out beautifully, but that's Edge out of the tournament. JDCR will be fighting Nobi. That is an old man matchup right there.
That is. These guys, I think, were playing back in like T5.
Yeah, you know what's funny actually? I mean, obviously you were there because I think it was your setup. But on Wednesday when you were playing Tag 2 people, and JDCR just rolled up and just like his eyes sprinkled when he saw Tag 2. The old times remember just coming into focus. It was amazing to see.
A lot of nostalgia for these games. These guys had some of their greatest years in these games, and they still continue to have even greater ones now. But it's always amazing to see where you came from and see other people enjoying that experience as well. So that can always be a very powerful emotion. But now we have up Rangchu. Once again, we've mentioned a million times, and we will continue to mention it as it always deserves that title to be known. Two-time TWT champion Rangchu, the bear specialist, Big Grizzly, as nobody has ever called him before except now.
But yeah, it's quite an interesting stat. So I was looking at some of the ages of players before, right? And I'm pretty sure, I mean, my maths could be slightly off, but I'm pretty sure that Rangchu is both the youngest ever TWT champion and also the oldest ever TWT champion, having 26 on his first win and then 31 on his second. So it's an interesting accolade to hold, and obviously just having both of them is already extremely impressive. And it'll be interesting to see if he can try to look for that third. But Yoredz, I think, is a person that can't be underestimated. The way he pilots Xiaoyu, the way he can show her strengths, and the way he uses her unique tools, whether it's AOP, whether it's her jump cancels from back turned, or even things like back one we saw earlier in the previous matchup as well, is very fearsome. And you have to be very aware of what he's outputting there and how he can deal with it and adapt to it. But he is on the loser's side. He did make quite a show in the regional side, but now he has to make quite a show on this loser's bracket in order to be able to continue.
And it's a taller, you're going to have to knock down the king off of his throne, right? He's been knocked down once while he's on the ground. You're going to kick him or not? You're going to have to see. If you want to move forward, you're going to have to clear him out of the way. They're going with the Fakumram versus the Ling. And now, the crowd is going crazy for this one. Here we go. We have Rangchu versus Yoredz. This is a death match here. Somebody is going to have to go sit in that crowd after this one and not return.
Yeah, let's see how familiar Yoredz is with the Fakumram, and equally how familiar Rangchu is with the Xiaoyu. Again, no characters, not a character we see super often, but we've been seeing a lot of Fakumram this weekend.
We have been seeing a lot of Fakumram. We don't see too much of Yoredz though. He's representing the Middle East. Right? He's one of his training partners in the bracket as well, in Riot. He trains a lot against the Saudi players. And honestly, there's a lot of players in the world, a lot of in Europe that are being shown now with Falconram. But one of the strongest Falconram players I ever saw that really opened my eyes was Nugget, aka Nugget, also from Saudi. So let's see if Yoretz has some experience he can bring forward here with sending Rangchu flying.
Yeah, right now is a round down, but looking for redemption here, already trying to get around on the board. Was Lowe's doing damage right now for Yoretz. Nice, this slice to pry AOP, beautifully done.
Oh, going for the empty jump into the double O, the League Classic. And acrobatics are catching Rangchu off guard. 1 round apiece.
Yeah, Yoretz, good show so far as well, though. Nice duck.
Nice fuzzy there. Tried to go for the grab, Rangchu out of range.
Could have been a bigger punish as well. The jack kick, it recovers a lot slower than you think it recovers most of the time as well. So you can actually take your time and get a big whiff punch most of the time. Nice back one as well, stopping another one.
All right, Shooting Star stays away, keeps that distance, but nice. Gets a big counter launch. Yoretz looking prime for this round. Activating Heat. For sure going to try and lock Rangchu down here. Goes for the root kick.
Good option from Rangchu as well. Nice punish. Oh, the losers use a bit of heat for nothing where it happens. Yoretz staying patient as well, you know, not worrying too much about that heat, just looking to survive the situation. Nice back one.
Back one. Oh, we teleporting out here. Rangchu in a good position to be able to take this round back, but Link show you evasive maneuvers, sidestep AOP into option there. Rage Art to close it out, keep it safe, keep it simple, takes a swig of his water.
Yeah, it's great stuff as well, because for those unfamiliar, AOP has some inbuilt movement in it where it takes you a little bit to the right. So if you do sidestep right and AOP on top of that, you are actually advancing quite a lot of distance and also obviously in crouch status. So it is an amazing tool. And right now, Yoretz making the most of it.
There's some interesting situations here where Rangchu isn't maybe getting everything he wants to, and could that be maybe there's not enough time put into the character? He's definitely put in a lot, and he's planned for this, but there are little misinputs or misplays here and there, but he's able to salvage it. Look at the damage he just got out of that one combo.
And again, that's nice the AOP just doing a lot of work, but that's a lot of great help to recover, and Yoretz got to get on top of that ASAP.
Meanwhile, Yoretz, so looking very sweet. Obviously, it's his main character. He's put in 1,000 hours. Man says he plays 8 hours a day, and from the way he's moving right now, I believe it.
I mean, honestly, to make a character like work sometimes where you have to lab so many different setups and stuff, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. But nice conversion as well. One more
held
hit.
That low. He's like, yo, I'm looking at my contact lens down here, man.
The back turn, full crouch into the low as well. I love the mix as well. Could have potentially went for a Rage. I don't think it would have killed, but I do like the fact that he went for Oki instead. Was confident in his Oki setup, and it's working out right now. And, you know, he's looking to dethrone Rangchu, as you were saying earlier. He's coming for the king. He's coming for the crown.
Yeah, he's being respectful. Shout-outs to all the Muay Thai fans out there.
Okay, let's see how Rangchu adapts to this matchup as well. Yoretz honestly looking a lot more dominant in this matchup than I expected. Rangchu not switching characters, just sticking on Falconram, so just has to change something else within his game plan.
I respect the commitment. You know, live and die by it. Oh, went for the immediate AOP. Check with that back four.
Nice, he activated as well. Oh,
spun away.
Getting this splat as well. Oh, side switch.
Oh, he's going for some Ling shenanigans. Going for the hypnotist.
And I'm loving the Oki setups we're seeing from Yoretz right now. Nice movement as well. Again, doesn't get much for it. Is this enough to kill?
Save him. Yep. There you go. All right, Rangchu was able to salvage that one. That nearly slipped out of his grasp, but he was able to clutch on, keep it in check, and take it out.
And Rangchu getting so many of those lows in early as well. Nice, guaranteed follow-up for Yoretz. Gets the splat as well.
4-4-1-3. All right, here we go. Hypnotist mix coming again.
Heat spin as well, trying to continue the pressure, charging it up. Nice call out.
Ooh, was a bit far from the wall. Didn't maybe get a bigger return than if he was.
Big splat as well, big conversion from Rangchu. Heat span, gets another wall.
Oh, nice launch. This could be huge for Yoretz. All right, keeps it safe, keeps it chill. The amount of health he has, the scaling might work out into his favor quite drastically.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough to kill, but it's definitely going to recover a lot of his health and still puts him in like a one-guess situation. Nicely done. Good keep out.
Flurry of strikes. 1 round apiece. Again, Yoretz leading in the set. Excellent punish there. He was ready for it.
Nice conversion as well. Should be easy wall for Rangchu here. Nice. Good adaptation as well for the carry. The jabs, not overcommitting on anything. Nice back one as well. It's a really good way to deal with that.
Nice duck. All right, he's ready. Back into the hypnotist. A few frames off on the activation. Rangchu taking advantage there. Flipping him over. Not letting up. Like a dog with a toy, not letting go until it's done. Rangchu, 1 round away from evening up the score here against Yoritz.
And we can see the rounds Rangchu's winning. Overall, he's just being really aggressive and constantly pushing the pressure. And I think he's noticed that and now trying to achieve the same. So many lows right now. Good luck from Yoritz. Doesn't get that much for it, unfortunately. Big launch, though.
Scoops him up. But Rangchu's willingness to just go for those lows. Yoritz hasn't made him pay for it yet, so it's free game.
Going low again. He's undeterred.
We've seen
and
it
again.
happen before, though. Rangchu was able to just claw it back. Can he do it again?
And again, the side surprise. AOP, so much damage. Don't have to kill just here. Going low. Ooh, gets a massive splat. The conversion, modestly. And I think the radar is probably the best decision Rangchu could have taken in the situation.
Clutches out the... we were just talking about it, right? He's able to just take all the punishment and keep on ticking, man. He was so close to death. You know, he blocked that double low. Yoritz went immediately into stance, tried to get out of the situation, maybe try to get a whiff button coming out, something like that, but was able to just make him pay. Side wall, salvages the combo, rage art, maybe puts a little bit of doubt in Yoritz's mind, right? He's able to just take the lead, run with it, and just gets pushed to the side right at the last second.
Yeah, I'm very curious what kind of advice Rife is going to provide here as well. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be Xiaoyu-related advice for the most part, but it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of observations.
Fellow Falcon Realm player as well. There might be some intel.
True. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. I think the big thing to call out was things like using back 1 versus the down 3+4 string. It is -10, I think, on the first hit, and then you can power crush between the second hit. But in this case, back 1 is 8 frames, so you get the punish, and you also...
that is what we call in the business an option select.
Exactly. And it's beautiful. Like, obviously, this is entirely matchup dependent, because that's not the kind of tool that most characters will have access to.
I think, I can't think of another move that has the same type of problem. I mean, flashes
need
out
a back
there.
1, I guess, but I remember how fast it is.
8 frames? No,
I don't know if it's that fast, yeah.
But there we go. All right, game 3. Again, this is it. All on the line for one of these players. Somebody, again, is going to go sit with their homies, sit with the great community behind us, but they will not be back on this stage to compete again after this.
Yeah, big stage as well to work with, so it might be unfortunate for Yoritz to not get that damage on the board as well. But to be fair, Falcon Round gets a lot of damage to the wall as well, but nice, he activated for Yoritz, going mid this time. Ooh, massive counter here as well.
It's going to be hefty damage. Let's see what kind of Oki Yoritz has in store for him. Hypnotist goes for the mid, heat dash. This is looking great for Yoritz.
And all those lows outside of damage earlier were also setting up the conditioning right now.
Dashing in his face. Gets the counter on the low.
Tried to whiff punish, didn't quite get it.
And we're seeing it. Are we seeing a flashback again of Rangchu being able to just claw this back? Yoritz needs to make something happen. Shooting star. One more hit.
And another one. That's all he needed. Yoritz pulling head.
Ling making this like a night sky over here. Shooting stars everywhere.
Yeah, gotta be careful as well, because obviously Falcon is going to outrange you in most situations, especially on a stage like this where you have a lot of space to work with. So Yoritz has to make sure to play as close as possible to take advantage of, Ling's tools as well.
And dash blocking up, but Rangchu fighting back with that dash option.
Oh, combo drops.
Oh, the AOP. Everybody's fumbling at the moment, but it's a big moment. It's a lot of pressure. Can't be perfect.
Yeah, big straight kick as well from the front. Rangchu a little bit of a deficit, a little bit of a health lead right now. Yoritz fighting at a deficit, but Rangchu equalizing the rounds right now, 1 apiece. This is still first to 2 territory, so they only have so much time to work it out before it's over. Nice punish.
That big barge. Going for the overhead, trying to build his position once again, but Rangchu just making it very difficult, willing to challenge and willing to throw out these little hits to interrupt Yoritz, but big launch here for him. Gonna activate heat perhaps. There it is.
Yeah, they keep on working out beautifully. Oh, I like the roll it as well. Doesn't get anything for it. I like the use of toe kick from Rangchu as well, trying to stop the pressure, but no health to work with right now for him. And the little kick keeping Yoritz alive. Set point right now. Rangchu gonna pull something out of the bag here, otherwise it's over.
Gonna have to pull deep into that bag because Yoritz is looking like a man possessed, running away with this. Rangchu again going back to those lows, but now Yoritz opts not to button into it. He's just backing up, waiting for more.
Ooh, second is still connecting.
Flipped into it, knocked down. Rangchu in a bit of trouble.
Still alive, looking, just working that back turn right now. Rangchu staying patient. Nice heat activation as well. Back 1 again, and it's doing so much work for interrupting the pressure. And big flow as well. Can Yoritz close it out? We have heat available, all the resources on the line, and he does close it out. Yoritz putting Rangchu outside of his bracket, sending him home. And what a performance from him right now.
That's an amazing, like especially coming from the loser side. You know, he had a bit of a tough one on the winners. You know, he came here with an absolutely immaculate record, but here putting himself up against Rangchu, again the two-time, will be bowing out here, and you guys know for sure. And I want an extra loud one here for one of our goats here. Can I get a big round of applause for Varel Rangchu?
Absolutely deserved. It's a two-time. One of the best we've ever seen, but he won't be getting the third time today.
Was he looking at memes on his phone? What were you looking at up there, Yoritz? What was on your phone?
Just checking Twitter, you know how it is. He's looking for the new Brown Man post.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so we could see throughout the match, you know, Yoritz wasn't airborne too much. You know, a lot of times outside of the shooting star, and there was one interaction where he did the back turn flip there, and it worked out. I'm surprised he didn't try to go back to that at any time. I don't recall it. He kind of kept it a lot more compact, and I think there was a bigger priority on him knowing Rangchu is willing to throw and tends to throw out jabs or pokes intermittently, not nearly with the intention of hitting him, but just trying to keep him out, right? So when he's airborne or something like that, it could get him floated, it couldn't cost him a round. That was just something I was just thinking about, but we can see this was another round where Rangchu was just able to claw it back and rip it from Yoritz's clutches.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how yours continues in the bracket, because the matches are only going to get harder and harder as stronger and stronger players get thrown into that losers bracket. But right now we have another player stepping up to the stage, and I'm sure you can hear the crowd behind us already popping off. Hexmark back on the stage as well. Had a bit of a rough run earlier, honestly.
But he's here, and he's hopefully, for his sake and for the crowd and the French nation's sake, back with a vengeance perhaps. But this is a tall order against here. Chikarin, the winner of this, will be going on to verse Mustaki.
Yeah, so you know it kind of is unfortunate that both the remaining EU representatives are in the same path, but it is what it is. Hexmark losing to Sama Abasi earlier in a very dominant fashion. I felt like he was completely shut out, couldn't really play his game, couldn't play that low-risk playstyle and gather information and then get ready for the more risky things. Even when he attempted like a demo man, it just got blocked immediately. It was a perfect lockdown and shut out by Usama Abasi. And you know, I wouldn't expect anything different from potentially from Chikarin attempting the same thing. But we will see how Hexmark handles it. This is a tall order. It's going to be a difficult one. But you know, he's been traveling around the dojos. France, again, a very, very passionate region. Lots of very populated dojos. They've been very consistent in organizing a lot of dojos and making sure that they're getting as big numbers as possible. Lots of new players, lots of new blood. You know, players like Nea, players like Yuya. So it's a very competitive region with a lot of players that just want to get better and better and have a massive character variety. So hopefully that helps in this case, and Hexmark's sake. But you know, Chikarin is no slouch. This guy's been around for ages. He is a former champion himself as well, and I'm sure he wants another one of those trophies.
But still, his house probably full, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, here we go. We have crazy Hexmark from France. The crowd's feeling it. They're loving it. They know what they want to see. But up against him is the legend incarnate, THY, Chikarin from Japan. And a big statement to start that out is like, don't touch me.
Crazy call out on star, just hard dog under the forward two, big punishment as well. Chikarin already getting started with a lot of damage at the board.
Check with the jabs. Coming in, goes, oh, this is his Magic 4 attempt.
Nah, he's getting a little bit of a punish.
And I think that 1+2 is going to come into play quite heavily in this matchup against Paul. You know, you got all the backsways, the deep dives, but that has good enough tracking and it's fast enough to kind of punish Hexmark for many attempts on nearly half of his movelets, and there we go, seeing it find its mark.
100%, and fast options are always really, really good against Paul as well. You want to stop his pressure. All of his big buttons are the best buttons, right? So you want to beat him where he sucks at, which is the lower frames.
Shimmying there.
Oh, didn't quite confirm.
Good strike. Oh, trying to side swing blow and catch the moving. An amazing move there from Clive, and Chikarin using it quite well. Excellent punish there for Hexmark. Trying to get back on the board. Hammer of the Gods, building up that momentum.
Whoa, the spacing and the death fist as well, beating up the low. Nice. Using the heat strings.
Okay, punch a hole through his chest. Luckily, Chikarin wasn't there that time.
Activates heat of his own as well. What's the follow-up? Going low, right side of heat. Oh, maybe made that a little bit too obvious to Chikarin. No, the dash up to try to make sure that he can get a clean hit range. Chikarin was just ready for it, already 2 rounds up.
4-4-2-1. Jimmy in his face. Oh, insta ducking the lost standing 3. But Chikarin maintaining composure, staying in control. Hexmark, amazing spacing, but gets caught afterwards.
Now he's got to be careful as well. Nice punish as well. Very delayed punish, but still working out.
It's fast enough. Forward 2 does wonders.
Nice. Talking about wonders, he just spoke into existence.
Right, excellent combo to get a high splat there. Down forward 1 into Death Fist. This is looking like a Hexmark round, but Chikrin patiently waiting. Hits that 1+2 we were talking about. Dashing in, both of them going in like it's a Dragon Ball fight or something. Excellent grab break.
He's gonna go for the second hit. Nice 1+2. He's still alive. Just checking with down forward 1. And the block on the low.
3 rounds straight there for Chikrin. Hexmark, recognize, look, he's struggling to get in. Chikrin is keeping him out so well. That 1+2 coming in clutch. But these strings and opportunities that Chikrin is just a couple beats ahead on the timing sometimes, and he's just catching Hexmark ahead.
And we see that from Paris staying up to the stage to provide some coaching as well. He has been providing coaching throughout the weekend as well to a lot of the French players. In the LCQ, I think he plays 17 himself, so he's no slouch of a player.
He's serious business. There's a reason why all these players have him up there, right? He's an experienced player. He's in my mind, historically one of the best players in French history.
Yes.
And it's a pleasure to see him still come out here. He's still one of my favorite Steves of all time.
Oh, 100%, 100%. He's definitely up there. A legend in his own right as well. So we'll see what kind of advice he can provide here if he's going to help with Hexmark. It's definitely going to be difficult. There's no easy way to coach against someone of caliber like Chikrin. What are you going to tell him? Hit him. Take some health.
It's true. It's true.
It's difficult. There'll be minutiae things as well, and it's there are things you just need to try to adapt and mask. Maybe things like masking your movement when you're approaching as well. So perhaps something like masking the movement when you're approaching for the demo man and then going mid, or delaying the timing. It's going to be difficult, but we'll see how Hexmark can adapt here to Chikrin.
Let's see what Doug from Paris has for him.
Just probably told him hit him with raw Death Fist. Round start Death Fist.
Do him like Dr. Giro did Yamcha, right? Just straight to the chest, bro. You see what happened to him?
That's a clean hit. That's why.
That was clean. All right, 1-2, approaching with it. Again, being more mindful of Chikrin's defensive tools.
I like the backdash afterwards as well. Potentially there's another move it could have worked out, but Chikrin does not matter. Counter hit landing.
Wall to wall. Oh, excellent block.
Managed to stay safe. Just there we go. Through the chest.
We'll try to send him up, but Chikrin ready for it. The flames are out.
Oh, the counter hit string as well. This is so much damage. It should be enough to kill as well. Yes, it is.
Yo, bro, delete. Just hit Control A, delete on his whole health bar.
You won't be needing that.
It's fine now.
Nice.
Shoulder, send him near the wall. Good patience there on the kip up, but Chikrin again slamming him with that 1+2. It seems like his offense and defense are both based around that in this matchup, and he's doing wonders.
100%. You were calling out earlier, and it's absolutely what's happening. It's doing so much for him as well. Nice side switch change. Oh, and again, it's just doing so much work. Going low once again, and Chikrin just like that. Set point.
It's hitting hard and fast. Hexmark needs to make something huge happen now.
Good
Definitely possible. We've seen him, take down some of the world's best. Most notably defeating Arslan Ash at UFA last year. That was a pleasure to watch. But here, he needs to make something happen. Again, he's a bit nervous at the moment, but couldn't get the max punish. Still in the game. As long as you get something, it matters.
Yeah, Chikrin as well. These lows doing so much damage. He's keeping the pressure. Oh, empty stance pressure. Still alive, needs something. 1+2, and that's going to be enough to kill. Spikes him down with that sword, and Chikrin just keeping perfect control of the matchup. Playing Clive like the space control card that he is.
But there we go, Chikrin taking it out. And a very strong showing, a very clean victory. But can